Hey, 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 Remilia. Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon. Hope everybody's doing good out there. On this Monday afternoon. I just wanted to come in and try out this streaming software. My first time trying it, so didn't realize how easy it was. Hey, what's up, Jared? Thank you for coming in, brother. He says, "Cool shirt you're wearing." Vermeil Sports Report. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Jared? Are you can you hear the audio? Pictures looking okay? I didn't realize how simple the StreamYard software was. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the graphics up to show your comments and everything." And I go, "You know what? Let me go ahead and do it last night. Let me set it up." And okay, thank you, brother. Michael Kinsey Uzumi, what's up, brother? He says baseball season is coming. Baseball season is coming up this week. Can't wait for the Dodgers to play ball this time. Yes, after a long delay, man. And then we lost some guys, kind of like the Rams. You know, we lose guys that we like and key guys that helped us win the championship and be one of the better teams. And then we gained some great players. You know, the Freddie Freemans and all that. So amazing. Joe Romero says basketball and hockey seasons are almost over. Yeah, man. You know, everything goes so fast, man. It's amazing how fast everything goes. And but when we're waiting for like the Wagner news to come, it takes forever. And thank you, Jared, for telling me the audio is good. Thank you, brother. And Jared says Lakers have been bad and Kings have been a little better. You know what, the Lakers? I'm just gonna say this. We're very spoiled as Laker fans. So you know, even if we were to tank this year, which we have been so far, not that we like it, but we know that it won't last for long. And they tried an experiment with Westbrook. They were hoping that he could adjust his game because he's an all-star. He's one of the better players to ever play in the NBA. But he just didn't fit with the way we did things. And then AD can't stay healthy, man. You know, a young guy's supposed to take the load off of LeBron, and and uh and LeBron has to put all those minutes in, man. And of course, he got injured. He gets banged up because he's got a lot of tread on those tires, and so to speak. And he gets little injuries here and there, man. You know, that's what happened to Kobe years back when we had Dwight Howard, and Kobe had to do all the heavy lifting, and he was the older guy, and but yeah, it won't last for long. You know, maybe they'll catch fire. Always optimistic as a Laker fan, but yeah, we kind of have to, whatever it is, we'll see what happens. Stan the Rams fan, what's up, brother? He says, rings for the Rams. That's right, baby. We're trying to run it back, Um, I'm gonna put up a little topic in a little bit in a few minutes. So thank you guys for coming in. I'm kind of adjusting. If you guys think what days are good, I have the Romelia at Night show that I was thinking about doing, especially with the off season. What days are good for you? Wednesdays. So maybe I'll put a poll up soon. Uh, my off days at work are Wednesdays and Sunday. But if it's going to be nighttime, it can be any day. I was thinking like midweek, maybe like a Wednesday, just come in here and talk about football, of course, about the Rams. Whatever. Like right now, we're talking about the Lakers. It's just to buy time while our seasons are going. A lot of us are other sports fans too, but while the off season is going, because we don't have draft picks until the third round. So let me know what days you think you can do it. Maybe what time? Maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Pacific time. Um, you know, um, Once or twice a week, the night shows, and then maybe in the noon. Like today, I was off today, so I see, let me do a noon. And I was messy with the StreamYard. I didn't realize how easy the software is to use. I kind of wish I would have did it sooner so I could show you guys' comments. Um, yeah, Stan the Rams fan, thank you for coming in, brother. If you can, hit the like and subscribe button, man. Get my alerts. I have a lot of videos ready to post. I'm going to be posting this off season because it's going to be a little bit of a long off season with us not having any draft picks and the exciting news with the free agency, though, as have kept this, abound. Grand Center 12, what's up, brother? He says, Orle Vato, what's happening? No work today. Yeah, no, I'm off today. How are you today? I'm good, man. I hope you're doing good too. I got a 1980s new wave show going on too. Oh, awesome, man. I'll have to check it out. When Eric Dickerson was running over the defenses. Oh, yes, Eric Dickerson, man. I was on another YouTuber last night and they were talking about Frank Gore. And I gotta say this, always props to NFL players, especially if you're one of the better players. Frank Gore's superpower, I should say, has been his longevity and durability, and he was one of the better running backs. But if he makes the Hall of Fame, I don't have any problem with it. I know he should make the 49er Hall of Fame because of his longevity and all that, but I don't think he'd be in the same class, and maybe I'm wrong. As like an Eric Dickerson or Marshall Faulk. I guess there could be like a second tier wave of Hall of Famer, but Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk, those are Hall of Famers when I see it. This guy deserves all the accolades he needs, but I'm not sure about the Hall of Fame. I know he was a really good running back. He was the best running back, a lot of Niners say, in their history, but I don't know. I don't. For me, I'm a little biased because we've been very, like the Laker fans, we've been very blessed and fortunate to have great teams and great players. As a Ram fan, we've had great running backs throughout the years. Jerome Bettis, Marshall Faulk, on and on. Even Todd Gurley in his prime was one of the better running backs, explosive. Eric Dickerson, on and on. So, we'll see. Let's see here. Jerry Ramirez says that it might be it for LeBron in the future to come. Yeah, man. You know what? He's right on the cusp of slowing down a little bit, and that's why it was important for AD to take off and hand get the reins, and that way he can maybe extend with us longer and have us win with AD. But AD just can't stay healthy himself, man, and we might have to make a move in the offseason when it comes to him. Ready to go? What's up, brother? Rams number 1. That's right, baby. I see you do your damage on the Rumble show. Good job, man. Good job. On there, I used to come in all guns blazing and give it to the Niner fans, but I'm respectful with Rumble because he's an older guy and I know you do too. But some of the guys on there, just I ignore some of them. It's just all fun to me. They start getting personal attacks and. But I see you on there, man. I see they're holding the fort. But in the end, what can they say? We're Super Bowl champions. So whenever they say stuff, it's just what's the word? They're a little in their feelings. Ready to go says, can you do nighttime? Yeah, I just asked that, man. Thank you for coming in. So I was saying, for me, I'm off Wednesdays and Sunday normally, maybe sometimes Monday, but normally Wednesdays and Sunday. I was thinking maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, on night times, nighttime with Romelia, and it's about Rams, of course, and any football teams in our conference, in the NFC West, NFL talk period, or we can talk about other stuff. Like the other day, I was talking about if anybody had seen the Showtime Lakers show. there was like 3 or 4 episodes that were out already about the Lakers, and I was kind of hesitant to watch it. At nighttime, pretty much anything mostly sports related, of course, and Rams, of course. But we if you can bring other stuff in and we can take a look at it, it's just to buy time while the season goes. But yeah, I'll probably do a whatever. Well, you guys are here now. What the guys that are here now? What do you think? Wednesday, Sunday, once or twice a week for nighttime shows, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Let me know. Um, Jay Ramirez says, "Catch you later." All right, brother. Thank you. If you do get the message about the shows, what time and everything, let me know, brother. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Hit it up in the comments too, and thank you for coming in. Ready to go says, "Yep, they attack me pretty hard, but I don't really take it personally. I also keep from saying anything other than jokes." Yeah, that's good, man. Always keep it uh against about the teens, because there's some characters on there and you never know even who it is you're talking to, and it's not even worth it. They just go on. For me, I just pretty much ignore them. But yeah, it's it's one of those things. But let's see. I wanted to try out this banner thing. So I have there's my banner. It's just amazing how easy the software is, man. I wish I would have messed with it earlier. I thought it was going to be all complicated. And but it's I'm learning still, but I like it a lot better now that I can show you guys as and thank you guys for bearing with me. I can show the comments. Michael Kenzie says, I was really iffy with some of the scenes of Winning Time. That's right. Winning Time is the name of the show, especially the first game Magic played against the Clippers, LMAO. Yeah, that's why, because that's a sensitive topic for me because I'm a huge Magic Johnson fan. That's besides Kobe, Magic's my favorite player of all time, period, and especially in the Lakers. But I know it's just for show. A lot of it's you can't take it all word for word. A lot of things didn't happen the way it they depict. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out though. But yeah, Winning Time is the show. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I want to check it out. And but yeah, he says especially the first game they played against the Clippers. Yeah, I remember that game. I think that they were San Diego Clippers then. But yeah, Ready to Go says, yeah. Oh, you already got that already. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. So I wanna let's see. Let's try my other banner too. So I got a couple of things. The guys that are here, and thank you guys for coming in. It was kind of, well, let me just try noon. I know some people are at work and busy, but I'm gonna say, so have the Rams done enough so far to run it back, in your opinion? What do you guys think about that? I know that we're not done yet. We have the draft, so I'm not forgetting about that. And I would love for us to get Gilmore. We need an edge rusher to go with the bookends of we need an edge rusher to go with Leonard Floyd. Wagner's going to give us another dimension in our defense. He's a tackling machine. He's going to stuff the run, and with A'Shawn Robinson in there, I really wish that we still could have kept for another year. My guy Sebastian Joseph Day to rotate with A'Shawn. But when you win and you have to play these players, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose some players, but that's the way it goes. Let's see here. Yeah, ready to go. Just like took words right out of my mouth. He says, "I think we still need a solid edge guy and a corner, and we're set." Yeah, you know what? We had to get rid of Darius Williams because he couldn't get back the mojo that he had a couple years ago in the playoffs when he made that pick six against Russell Wilson, and he looked like he would be the next guy coming up. We got to rely out right now on the Robert Rochelle's, and we're gonna with Bobby Wagner though, we'll be able to not hide that side of the secondary, because Ramsey's going to be good, but he's only human. We're going to be able to do some things with as far as getting a pass rush. Even if we get a young guy in the draft, Bobby Wagner is going to be doing some Junior Seau things, blitzing up the middle, I mean, it's gonna be amazing what he's gonna do for our defense, but we definitely need those two. We need a bookend edge rusher. I mean, we don't have to replace Vaughn. Who you can't replace Vaughn, but you can replace some of his productivity by different ways. And we got Von Miller, and now we add another guy that may be athletic in the draft, or I heard a couple different trade scenarios. For some veteran help, but uh, you know, um, as long as we have Les Snead in running this team, we don't have to worry about that. We're should be okay. But yeah, we're not done. But yeah, definitely. Stan the Ram fan says Gilmer would steal the deal for me, my fam. Yes. You know what? I would love for Ramsey to start recruiting him. I would love. I mean, you say, hey, you know what? Because you could say, hey, listen, Gilmore, I know you want to make top dollar, but you come to us, man, and me and you on each side, uh, we tried it before with Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters, and we were okay. They weren't as great as I thought they would be, but again, they were a little, especially Talib was a little older. Same thing with Gilmer, but he looks like he has more left in the tank. And so that would be amazing, man. What do you do? You got basically, even right now, you got Ramsey, who's on his way to making the Hall of Fame. He's one of the top 3 corners in the league. On the back end, in the middle, you got Bobby Wagner, who's first ballot Hall of Famer, still has a lot left in the tank. In the middle, and then you have Aaron Donald wreaking havoc on the line with my boy Gray Gaines, the spirit of Kevin Green, number 91. He lived up to that jersey. Number 91. Leonard Floyd, Ashawn Robinson taking up the middle, man. Props to him. I couldn't say enough about him. He got in the best shape of his life last year, took over for Michael Brockers, and helped us win that Super Bowl. Ready to go says our rush defense will be improved with Wagner, Gray, Gaines, Robinson. Now we need a solid edge rusher next to Donald and Floyd. Yes, we definitely do, and I think they know that too. What's neat about our team is they have, like every team, they have their draft boards, but we actually use ours, meaning we have the draft guys that we would love in a fantasy situation. If they drop to us, boom, 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 we're going to get those guys. If they don't, then we might pick up a running back. You say there's a Todd Gurley-ish type of talent there. We go with the best talent on the board, even though if it's not a need, we grab them. And so you never know, but they have their supermarket list in the draft, so to speak, and we know that we can trust these guys. So, but yeah, I really think that we're gonna go deep in the playoffs, and I don't want to put any whammy on it, but we're right there again. I'm just so excited. I still want to relax. I want to enjoy the Super Bowl, but I'm glad that we get Wagner. We're not, we got Allen Robinson. I wish we would have kept Woods, but I was watching another thing and I didn't look at it this way. In our hearts, we love our favorite players. Woods is going to be very hard to replace, but but he was, I don't want to say declining, but his production wasn't there as much with Stafford, and he was starting to pick up. But Allen Robinson is a bigger receiver, and he's got a lot of positives. The guy's, he goes up for the ball. He's had in 2020 and 2019, respectively, over 1,200 plus yards, 100 and some catches, 11 and 100, just about 1150 in the other year, and 98 catches. The guy hasn't had a quarterback like Stafford. Imagine all the quarterbacks they've had in. And matter of fact, I have that graphic here. Hold on. I have that graphic here. So let me let you know. So Allen Robinson, QB targets. Blake Bortles was one of his quarterbacks. Mitch Trubisky, who's okay. Nick Foles, who's learning. Excuse me, Nick Foles is there, and he was good for a while, but Justin Fields is the guy I'm talking about. It's learning. Chase Daniel, Andy Dalton, journeyman, Chad Henne, Tyler Bray, and Brian Walters are the quarterbacks that poor Allen Robinson has had to throw to him. Now imagine him coming to Los Angeles with McVay's offense and across from Cooper Kupp and Higbee with Matthew Stafford. I mean, I look for this guy to take off, man. And then Van Jefferson hopefully will take the next step. I love Van Jefferson, but I think he needs to amp it up a little bit. When Stafford's going like this and says, go to the end zone, he means that I'm going to throw you the ball, be ready to get position, and go and get it. Don't kind of be falling back and let the guy pick it in front of you. Go grab the ball. He's basically telegraphing where go to the corner. And so you be ready for anything. Don't be falling back and let the guy, he threw it up for you to make a play and he didn't make a play. So, yeah, but hopefully he'll, I love Van Jefferson, don't get me wrong, but I love our receiving corps still. That's going to be amazing. Stan the Ram fan says, I'm ready for Bobby Brown, kick AD out to defensive end. You know what? They do rotate him around, but Aaron Donald, I was saying this, that, when we were in that streak with the 6 losses to the Niners and we get to the goal line situation, I mean, even if you have to bring on Aaron Donald as fullback, a lead blocker, and knock the shit out of somebody, pardon my French, and get that ball in the end zone. That would be funny, though, kind of like a Refrigerator Perry type of deal, but make him a lead blocker. Who's going to try to get in front of him? Michael Kenji says, I wish we get a Javadian Colony. That's one thing I've heard too, but you never know with our front office with Les Snead at the controls, man. That would be a wonderful. He's had problems staying healthy, but he would be a weapon, and it would be mostly for to the big games and the playoffs. Whenever we get veterans like that, I mean, look, we picked up Widow off of the scrap heap. And we picked up Widow off of the scrap heap, and look what he did. He was instrumental, and he made a bunch of plays, especially in the championship game, making these tackles. Super Bowl jacked up his shoulder. He had to put a harness on it. It's veteran leaderships like that, and that's how you win. You got the young guys, and they're a little bright-eyed and make mistakes, we're just so blessed to be Ram fans at this time. With this team here, and this front office, I love this shirt here. There's this shirt here. I'm not how clear you guys can see it, but here is it says right there. It's got a crown. It says NFL champions 1951 Los Angeles Rams, and then a bottom here. I don't know how it's coming up on your side, but it says here. Oh yeah, it's kind of blurred out. Okay, so on the bottom there, it says first nationally televised NFL championship game, December 23rd, 1951, Los Angeles Rams. And that's when they won the first NFL championship in Los Angeles. I'm going to pick up this shirt. I have to go back to it. There was a sports store in Moreno Valley that had it. And even before the Super Bowl, that really means a lot to me because, it's not a Super Bowl. They didn't call it a Super Bowl then, but the Rams were the first team to win a championship in Los Angeles before the Lakers and Dodgers, period. Of one of the first franchises to win a championship. So, and it sucks that it's not as accepted widely because let's say your granddad was a Rams fan back in the 50s and that was his team. That was the championship. That's what they offered. And so why should their championship be any less important as the Super Bowl? I don't agree with that. Like the Packers, all their championships and stuff. I know that the leagues were different, but that's what they had to offer. Fans back then, that's what they were looking at. And so to me, we have 4 championships. We have one in 1945 with the Cleveland Rams. We have one in 1951 with the Los Angeles Rams, and we have the 2 Super Bowls in St. Louis and Los Angeles. So to me, we're 4-time Super Bowl champions. excuse me, four-time NFL champions, and we are, but we're four-time champions. I want them to put those on the hats. Four-time champions. I've seen the two-time Super Bowl champions, but we have two more championships than that. I mean, we basically had two championships before the 49ers even got one Super Bowl for years. Stan the Ram fan says the game in Miami we won. Yeah. Hold on, I wanted to show you something else. Oh, here I am right here. Look, this is at the yeah, the game in Miami. Yeah, Stan, how I think I'm not sure if it was you that told me, but how long of a Ram fan have you? How long have you been a Ram fan? Since when? I'm just asking. I've been a Ram fan since '79. You seem to be very knowledgeable Ram fan. How long have you been a Ram fan? That's cool, man. This is me at the SoFi Stadium. They had this little thing. If you guys ever go there, you're going to be in wonderment of that stadium. It's so amazing. But they have little things like this and little photo ops. And I say, hey, can you take a picture of me? And this was the first game that they had, and that's this Rams house scarf here is what they were giving out for the first for the first game where they let fans in, the season opener, and it was amazing. And I always forget to. I still want to get some pictures with other stuff, but that stadium was just amazing. 1968. Okay, yeah, I think you did. I think maybe you did say it, but I have a couple other guys. Amazing, man. That's amazing, man. You got to see Robin Gabriel and the fearsome foursome. Amazing. It's we've been very blessed as Ram fans. We don't have a lot of the hardware as other teams, but we've had great teams. I mean, if you were to go in a time machine, the Rams were established in 1937, 1945. They won the championship in Cleveland. 1951, they won the championship in Los Angeles now. 1960s with the fearsome foursome, Robin Gabriel, Jack Snow. They were in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs, in the championship games. In the 70s, we got to the Super Bowl. In the 80s and 89, we got to two championship games. And the 90s, we won the Super Bowl in 99. 2000s, we went to three Super Bowls now. 2000, let's see, no. Winners, 99, 2001, 2004 Super Bowls in the 2000s, and won of them. Amazing. Yeah, 99 we won. Now, excuse me, what am I saying? I'm an old guy, forgive me. 1999 we won the Super Bowl. That's the 90s. 2001 we lost the Spygate whatever, I kind of put that in the back of my mind. 2018 we lost the Super Bowl, and then 2000 this last year, 2021, we won the Super Bowl. So every year except for their 1937 established year, we've been contention for a championship. That's a lot of teams can't say that. The 49ers didn't even sniff a championship until the 80s, and they were in the league for a long time. So we've been very, very, very fortunate. Oh, I got that though. Yeah, 1968. Stan, that's so awesome, man. Thank you for coming in, and I appreciate you being here, man. Amazing. Ready to go says we've had 4 Super Bowl appearances in 20. Yeah, thank you. I sometimes I do that. I get my old man comes in. It takes me a second to and I think the top part of it is the dang 2001 Super Bowl where we lost, and that really chaps my hide, man. I was already figuring out what tattoo I was going to get on my. I haven't got it yet, but I really thought we were going to blow them out in that Super Bowl. Even if they had already taped our practices or whatever it was, we should have beat them. That's the one that hurts. But whatever. We've gotten after Brady in recent times. Stan the Ram fan says at Yankee Stadium, I saw that we had a wide receiver named Pat Studstill, number 17. Oh, the wide receiver punt returner names Pat Studstill, number 17. Oh, that's awesome. The Yankees. Stan the Ram fan says I was 5 years old. That's amazing, man. Oh, I was a little kid too. and 79 when the Rams were playing the Steelers, and there was a lot of people going for the Steelers, and at that time I liked football, but I was mostly a baseball guy at that time, a little kid, and I was on the little league and all that stuff, and I started seeing how Ferragamo was throwing the ball around to Billy Waddy, Preston Denard, and I loved the helmets and the uniforms, and that's where I picked my team, and I was disappointed they lost, and just a little kid, and then from there on, Ram fan always, and even through the St. Louis years, it was loyalty over location. It doesn't matter where your team plays, we're always Ram fans, Ramelia, Ramley, Ram family. So amazing. So here's another one here. So what team is the biggest threat to the Rams repeating as Super Bowl champions? And this could be anything in our own division, beside our own division, with everything shaking up in the NFC and everyone going to the AFC. It seems like what team do you think is the biggest threat to us repeating? This team right here, uh, could be a problem with the running game. Hopefully Bobby Wagner will help shore it up, and he will. I saw these. I see these memes, and I get a kick out of them. uh, let's see. Oh man, what did I? Oh, I didn't send my other. I had another picture that was funny. And there's McVay every time he sees. Kyle Shannon every time he sees McVay from now on, with that Super Bowl ring. But yeah, what team do you guys think is the biggest threat to the Rams repeating as Super Bowl champions? I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. For me, of course, the Bucks, come to mind. Uh, the Bucks come to mind. The Packers are always going to be tough with Aaron Rodgers, but that's a big loss in the wide receiving core for them. Um, and the AFC is going to be crazy. If we were to make it back to the Super Bowl, it's going to be crazy to see one of those teams. But we got to do what we have to do. Michael Kinsey says the Buccaneers, 49ers, Packers, and all of the AFC. Yeah, that's about right, man. Because the NFC is weird now. And of course Brady had to get his nose back in there, man. Imagine. I mean, we've had luck. We've had not luck. We've had success against them. We just match up good with them, and thank God that Stafford plays good against them. Sometimes you have a team that like the Niners who are a pain in the ass, and you can't get over the hump. But he had to put his nose back in the ring, and then that's a whole nother thing with all of a sudden Arians retires or not retires, but he steps out, he steps down from coaching. And why is that? Um, why is that? Why Tom Brady came back? Why are you leaving? I thought it was a health. I had posted a little thing that I saw that I thought it was health related because he looked a little thin. I heard some other places, but no, I thank God it's not health related. But who knows? But why would you step down from a team of Tom Brady and they just won a Super Bowl, a couple years ago? Amazing. I love to know the story with that. Arkansas says with all the talent drained in the NFC had in recent history, the Rams should be ramming there. Man, I really hope so, man. I got people. I mean, normally there's a Super Bowl hangover when you lose, and I don't foresee that happening with this team. You know, um, somebody was talking about that. I hadn't really thought about that, but because normally that happens to the teams that lose the Super Bowl. But no, we're all in, man. We're all excited, and I'm gonna tell you this, and this guy doesn't get much respect around the NFL. Wins the Super Bowl. He guy wins the Super Bowl with all the stuff said about him. He's one of the driving force as far as leaders, man. I was watching. I don't know if you guys saw the Whitworth interview with Eisen uh, I love it. I love that guy's show. He was talking about, well, what is Matthew Stafford like? Blah blah blah, and he would say, well, there was a given idea of the kind of guy he is. Um, they were in the film room, and there was something that McVay, and he's a stickler for detail, that McVay was going off on one of the players, and you need to distance and Stafford said, coach, that's on me, that something about the snap. Um, that he didn't he didn't cadence it right or call it out right, and he took it, he took it for his teammate, and that really that made a difference in the clubhouse. That he was taking responsibility, and he was right that there was something in there that he didn't call out right or something, and but yeah, I love this guy, man. God bless him, man. I'm so happy for him. Forget that I'm a Ram fan. I'm so happy that he got the gorilla off of his back and shut Nick, you can't shut people up because they still say stuff about him, but amazing guy, amazing player. I can't believe that we got him, man. Um, uh, Stan the Ram fan says M9 will be better than last year. Matthew 9, yeah. Mr. Gluck owns Brady. Yeah, man. I saw some funny things that he was saying that they were looking, and because Stafford was so determined. That's what I kept saying too. That I called it playoff Stafford. Playing. Because Stafford struggled. Three quarters of the way in the season where we had the 3 losses. And he was throwing picks, and I think he was banged up a little bit, and I kind of expected him, not really the picks thing, but to struggle early, but it didn't happen. He took right off, and then with the Woods and getting OBJ getting used to it and everything, and then I think he was a little banged up. He was struggling, and but in the playoffs, he understood what was going on, and he would kind of get like a focus, like a game face, and there was some of the players saying, "Man, you were in that game against Tom Brady." He even said it in one of his interviews that he was just, what he said they basically blacked out, just played, and he was taking souls. He was taking souls there because they're telling, man, you went black, you went dark, there your eyes, when we looked in your eyes, he was so focused and like pissed off that Brady came back, and he went to that world, he had to get himself in that mind frame, and so I was saying that playoff Stafford's been activated, when we got to the playoffs, and the guy is just something else. But yeah, amazing player, man. I'm so happy that we have this guy. So happy and elated, man. Uh, you know, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again with the Super Bowl trophy, but so happy, man. All the Ramila came out, and it was amazing, amazing. So happy. And then there he is showing love to at Dodger Stadium to his good buddy Kershaw, Clayton Kershaw. But yeah, I'm just so happy for that guy, man. But they're talking about our offensive line as we look around the league. Uh, you know, Whitworth is going to be you can't replace a guy like that, especially in the clubhouse. But as long as he's out there, you don't have to worry about him. Hopefully, Note Boom can replace him. Um, our offensive line, we're returning some guys that have been there before, so I hate to lose Austin Corbett, and you know, but it's just next man up. We have to do what we have to do. But I would love for us to get more beef on the line somehow. So we can run the ball against the better teams in the league. The Super Bowl, I was very surprised that we couldn't run for the most part until some plays here and there. And thank God for for Cam Akers for plowing through there. We'll have a full off season with Cam Akers, and that'll make a difference too. and hopefully we'll get OBJ back. The only thing with OBJ is since he can't help us in the beginning of the year because he's injured. He won't be available until late October, November. I can see how they are kind of putting on the back burner, but as long as they're keeping communication with him, he loved playing here, and just say, hey man, we're going to get to you. Just if you get any offers or whatever, let me know. But just hold on for a second. No disrespect. We got to get it. We're right now. We're working on extensions for Aaron Donald and Cooper Cup and 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 a lot of people say, well, you don't need to do that. They already signed. But we're basically, this culture is showing future players and players on the team now because they all talk. Look at what the Seahawks did. The Seahawks, Bobby Wagner was pissed off at him. That's one of the reasons why he came to Los Angeles, because he wants to play them twice a year and shove it in their face. Is they basically just let him go like he was garbage. One of the better players of all time in the middle linebacker this side of Ray Lewis, and the guy, they didn't even let him know what was going on. And then the other guy, I can't remember his name now. He got carted off the field. If you guys know, let me know. On the Seahawks, he was giving in the bird to the Seahawks bench and coaching window, up there in the stadium, as he was carted off the field because he was trying to rework his deal, and he ended up playing and got hurt, tore up his knee. Look what they did to Russell Wilson. Instead of keeping Russell Wilson, who's been the greatest quarterback in Seahawks history, and he's healthy, and he's got a lot left in the tank, they get rid of him and keep Pete Carroll. So amazing. They should have said, Carroll, we love you. Thank you for the Super Bowl. And the winning. We gotta go with our guy here. Because plus he's older. How much more can he coach? But you got to keep your. I mean, you get a quarterback like Russell Wilson, and he's still one of the better quarterbacks. I mean, I don't understand that. And then they have DK Metcalf. They're basically, he's on the trading block. I would love for us to sneak in. Let's do a three-team deal. Let's do a three-team deal where they don't know it's us, and we give another team somebody else, and they pick up him for us, kind of like baseball does. And then you hear the Rams got we don't need them, but and the Seahawks going to pay for most of his salary this year. But that would be awesome. But we'll see what happens, man. The Rams broke the NFL. All these teams are all in. All of a sudden, they're not saying, they're mortgaging their future. They're all in. If they don't win this year, the season's a failure. The season's a bust because the Rams won the Super Bowl. And other teams are like, oh, wait a minute, we could do that too, or try to, but they don't have the same front office, and they don't have the same players like we do. They don't have an Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford, Ramsey, a Cooper Cup, blue chip players, top of the board players, and so we'll see what happens. But the AFC looks amazing, man. And it's good. Those are going to be great games. Hopefully you guys can come out to SoFi Stadium and watch those games. As a season ticket holder, I can't wait. I can't wait to watch those games. I'm looking forward to the Russell Wilson and the Raider game. I can't wait to watch us beat them. They're going to be tough though with Devontae Adams and Carr, but it's going to be a great game. I cannot wait. But I'm just so glad that we're not resting on our laurels, so to speak. We're not satisfied with we're not satisfied with just winning this Super Bowl. We're still trying to win. So I'm just so thankful, to to this ownership and GM and coach. Amazing. Michael Kenji says, Rams versus Raiders. This should be the real battle of LA. Yeah, and you know what? I was debating about when do I want them to you know, do the banner ceremony. Should we wait for the 49er game or the Raider game? But yeah, the battle for LA. You know, the Raiders, the Raiders never left California, and then they came to Los Angeles, and unfortunately for the Oakland team, they had basically a Super Bowl contending team leave that city. And so within a year or two, they won the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, but it was a very hollow Super Bowl. They didn't have any roots in Los Angeles. Basically, they tore the hearts out of the Oakland fans by Al Davis being stubborn, and they could have had the Super Bowl. It could have been the Oakland Raiders winning that, and then with the NWA and the hip hop culture with the Raider hats, and even they were wearing King hats with the black and silver. The Rams went to St. Louis for 20 plus years. Um, so now they're in Las Vegas. So there is a long contingent of Raider fans, and that's okay. It is what it is. There's just more to watch us win. But what people don't realize is now that the Rams are back and they already won a Super Bowl in Los Angeles, the only team to win a Super Bowl in Los Angeles at their home stadium, and also to win the championship game at their home stadium in their own city. In Los Angeles, I should say. That's what I'm talking about. The only LA team in football to do that, in pro football, NFL. So the Raiders won a Super Bowl in Los Angeles too, but they didn't win at home, and this was the greatest. And also too with the halftime show, basically West Coast entertainers, one of the greatest shows of all time. Everything just tied in together, beating our rival in the division in championship game. So unfortunately, we'll have to see a lot of Raider fans at SoFi Stadium, but that's okay. It doesn't bother me. I don't like that there's so many of other teams sometimes, but I understand that we haven't been there for 20 plus years, and a lot of fans have already gotten they already picked their team basically. So now you're going to see Raider fans or 49er fans, and I said this before, whoever, in California, you got Packer fans, 49er fans, Cowboys fans, Raider fans, all over, Denver Bronco fans. It's a melting pot of different fans from different areas because there wasn't no pro team for a long time. And when the Rams, and then recent times with the Jeff Fisher years, they were struggling. So with the Rams winning the Super Bowl in these 5 years, having 5 winning seasons, showing the Los Angeles fans here what they can do, that they're a trusted organization again. You're going to have those Raider fans or Cowboy fans or Bronco fans, whoever it is, Packer fans in LA or on the West Coast too. Their sons or nieces or daughters or grandsons are going to say, "Oh, I want Dad, I want a Cooper Kupp jersey," or "Dad, I want a Stafford jersey." The hell you do? Or no, yes, you do. They want it. That's what they're going to want as they grow up. That's what they remember. Just like I remember, Vince Ferragamo and as a kid, and Stan the Ram fan, has his favorite players from the 60s. The same thing with us. I mean, that was a heck of a drive that Stafford did, the no-look pass, all that stuff. So you're going to see their sons and daughters or granddaughters or cousins or nieces or whatever become Ram fans, and then that's how the fan base builds back up again, the next generations. So it's all good in the hood. Anthony the Rams fan, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. He says, do you think we'll get OBJ back? Yes, I do. 2 reasons. Number one is he's hurt, unfortunately. Unfortunately for him, I hate that happened to him because he was on his way for us helping us blow out the Bengals. If he would have been able to play, it would have been a much more comfortable win, I believe, on offense, because they couldn't stop him, and you can't double team 2 guys with Kupp. And also, I'll say this real quick: if we would have had hit, if coulda, shoulda, woulda, but if we would have had OBJ not get hurt, and if we would have had Higby, it would have gotten ugly. Just say that. We would have scored a lot more points. But even if OBJ would have stayed healthy, I could see us winning very comfortably that Super Bowl. But yes, here's what I was saying. So OBJ is hurt right now. He's not going to be available until October, November, late in the season. So a lot of teams don't want to put the money out for a guy that's not going to be available. And then because he's had a second knee injury, they're less chance, and it sucks for him because he could have made some really good money. Um, they might not want to take the chance on him, and he loved being in LA. So that the other thing is he loves being in LA. So that's one, and then because he's injured, a lot of teams are staying away from him because he's not going to help them during the beginning of the year. So that's the main two reasons: is because he's hurt, he's not available till late in the year, and he loves LA. He wants to be back, and he feels that he still wants to he wants to complete what he was showing in the Super Bowl. He did help us win because he helped us get that touchdown and made plays, and but he wants to basically finish it. He wants to be on the field and be a Super Bowl champion. So that's why I really believe that we'll get him. I'd be surprised if somebody moved in and got him. But with our wide receiver core, we technically don't really need him, but we know what he can do, and he's not going to be that expensive because he's hurt. We'll see what happens. Anthony the Ram fan says, "Man, I'm planning to go to the Broncos versus Rams game in LA. It's going to be like, yes, man, awesome, brother. Hopefully, I'll see you there, man. I'm a Rams season ticket. I'm blessed to do that. Ticket holder. You're gonna love it, man. Is this your first game going, Anthony, to SoFi Stadium? If it is, man, you're gonna love it, brother. I forget that I'm a Ram fan. When I say stuff, I'm not trying to be a homer. I just have seen it for myself, and it's such a beautiful stadium. And even if you're not a Ram fan and you're watching my show, and even if you're not commenting, I really suggest coming to a game, man. Whether it's the Chargers or Rams, just come and watch a game here. It's such a beautiful stadium. So I don't, I don't blame other teams for. I always see it all the time as a Ram fan. It'll be like the Rams and Bears, let's say, at SoFi Stadium, and you'll see like a Denver Bronco fan, or you'll see they have a jersey on and everything, or you'll see like a Packer fan, or especially a 49er fan watching the Rams play the Bad Packers because it's such a beautiful stadium. Graduate 12 says, "Hey Ramita, do you remember the disco song by the Intruders? Win, place, or show? She's a winner." Oh, maybe. I just don't remember the name of it, but I probably have heard it. Let's see. I'm gonna load it up so I'll get to it and check it out. But thank you for that. It's called the disco song. She's a winner. Intruders. She's a winner. Probably have heard it, just don't know the name. Ah, hold on. I'm gonna see if I know it right now. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Here I don't know if you can see it. The old Soul Train. No, I never heard that song before. It's pretty groovy. I like the groove on that. No, that's pretty good. Win, place, or show. That's awesome, man. Anthony, the Ram fan says, I went to the Bears game, the first game of SoFi with fans. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's good, man. So you got to see it. And isn't it a trip? I don't know if you've noticed this. So like here's a picture here that I took. Whenever you take a selfie, you're like this and you're taking a picture with your buddies or they're taking a picture of you and the stadium's in the background. It's so beautiful, and of course it's new. It almost looks like a digital picture. You know how you do those like they have like a background and you take a picture. It's not really the place, it's just a background. It looks like that. You're looking at the picture, you're like, that's a cool picture, but it doesn't look real. The stadium is just so awesome. But that's awesome, man. That was a heck of a game to go to. You got one of these things then, I think, right? I think that was the Bears that we played when they gave these I think that was the first game. I can't remember. I'm an old dude. But yeah, the scarf is what I'm talking about, the Rams house scarf. That's what they were giving out there. Little perk of going to the games. But yeah, that's awesome, man. I love this stadium, man. I love this stadium. Anthony Ramfin says, our 2023 season looks tough. Now, yeah, that's the only thing about getting deep in the playoffs and or winning the Super Bowl is the schedule becomes tough. And the AFC teams you got to play. But you know what? Like I always say before, to be the best team, you got to beat the best teams, and that's fine. It's going to be tough. We got a target on our back, and we're Super Bowl champions. They're going to come with their A game, and so we're gonna do what we can to run it back. Let's see. Brandon Traub says, meet and greet Ramia at SoFi Stadium on game day. He's a humble guy, and he is that vato. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I walk around with my camera. If you see me, don't be afraid to come up. If you guys get a chance, I'm self-promoting here, but I was able to meet the watermelon heads, and I have those videos on my, check those videos out. Really cool dudes, and now they're selling the styrofoam water heads. They still, some of them wear real watermelons. It's kind of like the cheese heads, but the Ram fans, the old school Ram fans, they would wear watermelons on their head and put like Ram stickers or Ram horns, and it's just a fun thing. It doesn't. It's just one of those things that they made up. And it's really neat. Those guys are cool. But yeah, check out my videos, guys, and hit the like and the subscribe buttons, and we really appreciate it. It helps me grow this channel, and I really appreciate you guys. It was a labor of love to start this channel, and I really like meeting you guys on here and talking to you guys. And I've met a couple people at the game, and so yeah, man, thank you for that. And I really appreciate you guys coming in and supporting my channel and spending some time. You never know what's great for everyone has different schedules. So thank you guys for coming in. Michael Kinsey says, I guess why the AFC becomes the hyper competitive. I guess why the AFC West becomes hyper competitive when it comes to free agency, because they're gonna face the Rams eventually. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I didn't think of it like that. So just like we're gearing up for the team, we got Bobby Wagner, so that way the Niners and the Niners and other teams can't run on us so easy at times. They're gearing up for us, and they know what they're facing. So that's true, man. That is true. I never looked at it like that, really. I mean, you kind of know that, but you don't really look at it. So yeah, they're gearing up because they're expecting us to maybe be there. That's a good point. Like I said, the Rams broke the NFL. Before they were saying, "Oh, the Rams are all in. If they don't win this year, they're screwed. They're mortgaging their future." Well, look at everyone else is doing the same thing, and that's how you got to win, because the window's so small. You have some guys together for a few years before free agency hits. You got to re-sign them, and it's crazy. It's crazy. How it's so easy to lose players and all that stuff. But but we'll see what happens, man. I'm just so excited. It's just a great time. What I've been doing, and I'm just going to give you guys a little something. I say this all the time. I got my gear coming in. My sister got me that towel right here from the rally at LA from this parade. I got my hats and stuff, and I'm just enjoying life. I would enjoy life even if we lost, but it's just such a great time in Rams history as for us Ram fans, and such a great culture that we have, and the Ramelia, the Ram family, Ramley, all of us are deserve all the ups and downs, that we had to go through. We deserve this time, and so just enjoy it. We're looking forward to the season. I'm excited and amped up too, but at the same time, I'm like, let's just chill. we'll just relax and watch all the other teams worried about the draft until our third round. And we're hanging in the weeds and ready to pounce again and win that Super Bowl again. So don't forget to enjoy this time. And the season will be here soon enough. But enjoy this time because we deserve for us to enjoy this. It was a magical year. And you know that I'm just letting you guys know because that's what I've been doing. I go around with my gear and I hear out of the corner, "Go Rams!" I go, "Hey, what's up, brother?" Even as like I say this all the time, as Disney pass holder, I'm going to go tonight. I'll have my Rams gear, and there'll be a couple of security guards as we walk in. Matter of fact, on that note, um, I saw the parade at Disneyland too as a pass holder. I just happened to have it reserved, and because I was going to go, strut with my stuff with my gear on. When they had the parade, at Disneyland. It was amazing, but the guys were on the floats. Let's see if I have a better picture. They're on the floats and stuff, and it was Stafford, Cup, and Donald, and there was a lot of Ram fans. It was amazing, and even till now, I see a 49er fan or whoever it is, especially 49er fans, they have a 49er hat. Like, "Hey man, welcome to the Rams house," and they look at me like, "Yeah, we had the parade here a month or two ago." Because we won the Super Bowl. "Oh, so welcome to our house." And they just laugh and shake their head. But same thing with the one of the guys I was talking to, a Disney cast member. I was asking about something, and I had my Rams story. "Man, I'm so glad that we won." I go, "Yeah, man. Did you get to see it? Because he works here." He goes, "Man, I was about to go over there, but we have to reserve the ability to go in the park as well, even if we were working." So right when he was going to try to reserve it, it was blocked out. He couldn't come and see it. So he basically was working and was looking forward to seeing the guys, and he couldn't see it. So there's a lot of Rumelia is everywhere. Just so you guys know, you know, even at Disneyland, a lot of the cast members are Ram fans, and they love the fact that we had our parade there. So it's just a magical time, man, guys. It's just a magical time. Um, let's see. Graduate 12 says they call it watermelon, but we call it sandia. Orale. That's right, sandia. I love sandia, man. But yeah, those guys are really cool, man. They're on my video, and I got a quick exclusive uh, uh, interview with them, and they're awesome. I saw them at the tailgating. Michael Kinsey says, "Imagine we play the Broncos and Raiders at home, and we play the Chiefs at Kansas City and the Chargers at home. Technically, yeah, our little brothers, the Chargers. I see Charger fans too, and I say, okay, you guys are up." And I usually point to the Super Bowl shirt or hat. You guys are up. Your turn. And they laugh and go, "Yeah, hopefully." But they made some moves. That's AFC West gonna be crazy. But yeah, the Broncos, all those are gonna be great games. So looking forward. The Chiefs without Cheetah. But I saw that I'm not sure where they're picking. I haven't looked at it, but I saw that this is a deep draft for wide receivers, and they might get a young guy that's not Cheetah, but can do some of the same things. So maybe they did a good deal. We'll see. How I know that we're going to get some diamonds in the rough with our the way we draft late really good. So yeah, and it's going to be a magical season, Michael. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Stan Ramford says, "Same here in PA for me." Yes, man. Yes, it's just a magical time. Amazing. Um, Grander Tross says, "If I were to see Ramelia, I'd say, 'Ramulators, mount up.'" Yeah. But Ramelia might say, "Hey, that's my line." No, I would never say that. No, but I appreciate that, man. You try to come up with catchy lines, and when I say this too, may the Ramelia be with you before I end everything. Um, and that means that we all have each other's back, and also it's a play on one of my favorite movies. Star Wars. May the Force be with you. But that's why I say, may the Ramelia be with you. So like I said, I go to Disneyland, and it feels good to know that cast member that I'm talking to is also a Ram fan, and he's saying, "Hey, man, it was so great." That's wonderful. So and the Ramulators is my tribute to um, the Young Guns when they said, when they had a similar. I got that from that Ramulators Mount Up. They said, what was the original line from that? I can't remember it now because I used that line for us Ramulators, but regulators Mount Up. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Ramilia is like Santa Claus. He sees when you're rooting for the Rams. Yeah, man. It's been, with Les Snead here. It's like Christmas. He gives us all these. We got Wagner. We got OBJ. We got Stafford. What. But that's my time, guys. I'm gonna cut it, but I'm gonna try to keep it close to an hour as I can. I really appreciate you guys coming in. Stan the Ram fan, thank you for coming in. My guy, Granger 12, thank you for coming in. Ready to go. Thank you, brother. Let me see. He says, Ramia, do you watch the games at any Rams viewing parties? I watched every game basically by myself out here in the SFV. You know what? I watch with Peo Time, my Ram brother. I really love that guy. He's a great YouTuber. When I don't go to the games, here and there, I give my ticket up for somebody, that I want, them to be able to go. I'll go to the local sports bar, and that's one thing that I would love to take, maybe a road game at my local sports bar with the Ramelia watching the games and high-fiving and stuff. Maybe that'd be something cool. But yeah, the viewing parties I've been watching on YouTube at least is with my brother Peo Time. I really suggest him. I really like that guy, and he's really cool. But yeah, and thank you for asking. But I better cut this short, guy. I really appreciate. I love coming in here. Thank you guys for coming in here. And if you guys can in the comments, put what days do you think we should do the Ramelia at night chats and Rams talk and NFL talk and whatever, what have you. Wednesdays, Sundays. Maybe I can put a poll. But if you guys can, and how many nights? 1 or 2 nights. What do you think? What time? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and also for the daily ones. Like today, I did it Monday today at noon. So also any comments that you guys want me to do, or you have any hints, let me know. But I want to thank you guys for coming in, man. I really appreciate it. I really love being able to talk stuff here and be on here with you guys. Thank you guys. And Ready to Go says, yeah, man, sounds good, brother. Thanks for getting on. Have a good one. You too, brother. Thank you. Appreciate all you guys coming here. Michael Kinsey, Granger 12, Ready to Go. Stan the Ram fan. Anthony the Rams fan. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you coming in. And let's see. Jared Ramirez, as always, thank you, brother, for coming in. I really appreciate it. I wanted to try out the new StreamYard that I had set up, and it's really easier than I thought. I wish I would have did this sooner, but I really appreciate it, guys. I'm looking forward to the season coming up, and I'll have more stuff. I'm going to be posting more videos, so I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. If you can, hit the like and subscribe button to help me out. It helps my channel. And as we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. Oh, actually, hold on. Graduate 12 has some breaking news. Eagles and Saints trade 8 picks. Interesting. Thank you, my brother. Interesting. So the Eagles have added more draft capital for the season. For the future, Philadelphia has agreed to trade 16th and 19th overall picks, along with a 6th round pick, number 94 overall, in this year's draft to New Orleans in exchange for 5 picks from the Saints. The 18th overall, a 3rd round pick, in the 101st overall selection, and 237th. Interesting. A 2nd round pick in the 2024, 1st round pick in 2023. Wow. Thank you for that. So they're making moves. The Saints and Eagles had to do something. They were kind of had lackluster off seasons, and amazing. Thank you for that, Granger 12. Appreciate it, man. Oh, thank you, Stan the Ram fans. Yes, it should be more likes. Thank you, guys. If you guys can, and I know we forget because I do the same thing when I watch somebody's video and oh shoot, I gotta go and I forget to hit like. Thank you, Stan the Ram fan. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys. Yeah, if you can't hit the like button, guys, and even if you forget, come back. Appreciate it. It just helps the algorithm on the YouTube videos and stuff. But again, thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for being here. And as we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up.